We know stories work at work, but sometimes there's no time to tell a whole story. Here's a three-step approach you can use every day in emails and conversations or setting up a pitch that will give you the whole impact of a story in as much as a couple of minutes.
No, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. And we're going to have to work at this every day, but I want to do that because I want you.
Step number one in the short story approach is something compelling. This is not old school, you demonstrating your understanding of their needs. This is their understanding of their needs. And it's something compelling to them, which means it's both urgent and important to them. So they will definitely be paying attention. Now, here's a couple of examples I've worked on just recently to help you understand how this works. In banking, for example, we need to attract more millennial customers. Or in consumer goods, we need to arrest the unacceptable decline in profitability in the cereal category. Or in engineering, higher world gas prices make commercial more reef areas. So that's how the conversation begins, or that's how the short story begins.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
The second C, or the second part of the short story piece, is all about challenge, their challenge. What's getting in your customer's way of getting what they want? Now, clearly, if they could do this by themselves, they wouldn't need to get you involved. They wouldn't need to be talking to you. So it's useful if there's as much contrast or difference as possible between the initial compelling need and the challenge that they're facing. Now, a couple of examples that we've talked about already. In banking, for example, the challenge is that millennials just don't like big bricks and mortar banks, and they want something they can work on just like a social media app. Or in engineering, but there's really well-placed environmental regulations about us exploring the potential for these new reef areas. Or in the consumer goods example, but kids just don't like cereals, and parents just can't deal with the fuss in the morning of trying to convince the kids to eat a healthy breakfast. So there's the challenge.
Man, I like you. What's your name? Shrek.
The final C and the final part of this short story structure is all about collaboration and how a unique relationship with you can help them address this challenge and give them the compelling need that they're looking for. A couple of examples that we've looked at already. For example, in the engineering example, what we arrived at was that our unique combination of seismic expertise and reef biology means we can uniquely assist you in exploring potentially new commercial areas for natural gas. Or in the consumer goods example, we've got an approach where we can take a product mums know and love and kids know and love from the milk category and transfer that into a brand extension in the cereal category. Or in the banking piece, we've got unique expertise in developing social media like apps that millennials will know and love and enjoy doing their banking through. That's just three examples of how this works. And obviously you put all three of those together into a statement which is likely to be a paragraph long in an email, a couple of sentences in a conversation. And what you'll find then is after you say these three pieces together, your client or customer will pause and they're likely to really engage in the conversation with you because you've understood what they're looking for, you've really understood the challenge that they're facing, and only you, in collaboration with them, can uniquely assist them. That's the magic of this story formula. So if you're looking for a lot more influence in every communication you make, whether it's internally or externally to customers, but you don't know how to use the power of stories in simple communications, let me know. I've got a unique blend of story expertise and commercial expertise that may be able to help you. So send me a note, Peter Anthony at peteranthonyconsulting.com. I'd love to learn more about your story.